Please, if you are menopausal as F, it's effing up your fat loss. Got the top 3 peptides. I don't talk about peptides much. I should. They're great. Love them. They're all the rage, very in vogue. And if you see my little toddler sick from school today, that's what my day is like today. But peptides. So first and foremost, peptides, like, you need to go through your doctor. I do not care what you say. Don't go through one of these random compounding pharmacies or the research purposes only peptides. The quality, they'll underdose you. They'll be super impure, and you won't get a good effect or the right effect for it. So make sure you find a good person, doctor, that can actually diagnose and prescribe the peptides that you'll actually need. So what are peptides? Peptides are just basically short-chain amino acids. They are messengers. They send a signal to your body to actually do something for us. So, for example, peptide can send a message to your pituitary gland like, hey, secrete more growth hormone. And so that's an example of a peptide. So the most popular one, and I'm going to get into it because that's actually my first one, but is going to be GLP-1. GLP-1 is a peptide, glucagon-like peptide 1. That's what it stands for, GLP. It's going to increase your insulin sensitivity, which massively gets resisted during menopause. It's going to blunt your hunger. So, like, obviously your metabolism is downregulating like a mother effer. Got a sick kid from school. It's going to downregulate. So with less food, you're going to stay in that deficit to burn fat. And overall, it's just a very, very good peptide. It's a very efficacious. Now, don't hear I'm not talking about like the side effects and all the other stuff and the long-term research we don't have. I'm just talking about efficient for fat loss and basically hormone health, right? Insulin sensitivity, and also for your fat loss progression. Like, it works, right? Rebound rate, up 80, 90%. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual fat loss itself. Number 2 is CJC-1295 and Ipamorelin. So I guess this is 2 in 1. But these are fantastic. They both boost growth hormone. Ipamorelin through the ghrelin pathway, basically, and then the CJC is basically through the pituitary gland. Like, it stimulates the growth hormone. It's a growth hormone. What is it? It's a growth hormone releasing hormone. So it's GHRH. That signals to your body to release more growth hormones. So now, what is growth hormone? You always hear about HGH, and you think, oh, it's for like guys and bodybuilders and all this stuff. No, it's actually a really powerful and important for fat oxidation. So when you are in menopause, fat oxidation, fat mobilization decreases dramatically. These two, both increasing your growth hormone, will help fat oxidation, fat mobilization. The other thing it's going to do, especially for women, is the skin elasticity. So the skin elasticity will greatly increase through the collagen. So that's another thing you're going to feel. It's just like way better skin. And then sleep and recovery is going to be huge, as well as the, what are you doing, dude? As well as the overall mood. It's going to hit some dopamine. You're going to feel a lot better. Serotonin, if you've gotten gaslit by your doctor that told you that you need anti-anxiety or antidepressants, but it's actually just serotonin and dopamine going all which ways of F because you're menopausal. That's what you're feeling. So those are two of my favorite, because in menopause, that all those factors that happen, you're basically very catabolic. You're breaking down muscle fast and you're building it. Growth hormone is a fantastic one to preserve and build lean muscle mass. Why am I getting all these notifications right now? That's me, number 2. So number 3 is going to be AOD 9604. So this is the it actually stands for anti-obesity drug 9604. But basically, growth hormone has a component that's for muscle building, also has one that's for fat loss, fat oxidation. This is basically the component, the fragment of growth hormone that is responsible for the fat mobilization, fat oxidation. This also stimulates lipolysis, which is what it sounds like. It's a breakdown of fat, and it also slows down liponeogenesis. So liponeogenesis is the creation of fat cells. So it'll work both those pathways to actually help you lose fat faster and make sure you're not holding on to it at all. Boost your metabolism. But yeah, what happens, and especially in menopause, is because the estrogen drops so low, it makes stubborn fat a lot harder to lose, and especially visceral fat that's directly associated with it. So this will help mobilize, oxidize, all that stuff through the growth hormone pathway. So it's that growth hormone component of the fat loss component of growth hormone that really works, just without the other hormonal effects. So these are the top 3, I guess 4, whatever, because I combine those 2 together. So the top 3. Hope this helps. If you want, yes, peptides are peptides. They're hardcore. Like, it's crazy. Can I put this in a list? I'm not going to put in a list, but I'll put in a list. I'll caption this afterwards. Can I repeat the name, please? I don't know which one you're talking about, but I'll repeat all of them. AOD 9604, and then CJC-1295 and Ipamorelin, IPAMORELIN. Just look and see if there's any more questions. NAD. I don't know enough about NAD to talk about it, to be honest with you, and I don't like to talk about stuff I don't know enough about. Cool. Awesome. Love y'all. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think I would appreciate more information on how to seek this out, because the problem is just obtaining things online or whatever. Yep, you're 100% right, Claudia. I could make a whole other one on how to get all the help for this, because you don't want to go online and and do without blood work. Well, even the blood work's kind of whatever, but you wouldn't want to go through without a professional. With just assumptions on what you want to put in your body, get blood work and it good. I don't know what you're saying there. That makes no sense in terms of that sentence you just put together. But I will say that you need to make sure that you are going through a professional, because you're going through a compounding for a pharmacy or a research purposes only, something that has on the bottle, like something online. That's not good. You're going to be getting very impure compounds. You're also going to most likely have an under or overdose substance that's not going to be good in your body. So you want to make sure you're not just going random online. But I can cover how to go through and find these certain places. I have some referrals, as well as people we send our clients to. So I just hope this helps.